Unspotted Bugs, written by Kiki Protzman, illustrated by Mike Mazer and Kiki Protzman. This is Jasmine. She runs the biggest bug hunting company in Codeville. It's famous for keeping the community safe from trouble. Early this morning, something unexpected happened. Someone left the door to the bug room open, and a swarm of pesky bugs escaped into the city right before the big talent program. "That's why I hired you," Jasmine said to JD. "If we don't collect all of the bugs by 3 o'clock, the program will be ruined." "This should be easy," JD said, looking around. "I see a few here and a few over there." "Oh, those are only the spotted bugs," Jasmine said. "Those bugs are easy to get under control. It's the unspotted bugs that cause the most trouble." Unspotted bugs are harder to find. They hide where you don't expect them and make things worse and worse until it seems like nothing works at all. "Oh no," shouted JD. "How will we ever get them all in time to save the program?" "Don't worry. I'll teach you a trick for spotting an unspotted bug. First, you have to know where it's not. Take a walk down the street. Does everything work at the first step? Does everything work at the second step? How about the third? Trace your trail step by step until something goes wrong. That's where the bug is hiding. Now that you know where it is, spot the bug. Give it a name and say it out loud. As soon as you do, magic happens. The bug has been spotted. Now we can undo the trouble that the bug has caused." "Hurry, Jasmine. It's almost 3 o'clock. "We're still missing one big bug," Jasmine said, "but my jar is full. You'll have to find it on your own." JD stepped nervously out onto the sidewalk. "First, you have to know where it's not," he whispered to himself. "Does everything work at the first step? Yes. Does everything work at the second step? Yes. How about the third? No. Now that I know where the bug is, I need to spot the bug. Give it a name. Say it out loud. The bug is making the light not work, so I'll call it Sparky. It worked. I've spotted the bug. Now I can remove the bug and fix the trouble it caused, just in time for the talent program." JD has made Jasmine so proud. Now the whole town knows that when things go wrong, it's time to put the debuggers to work. The end. Stevie and the Big Project, written by Kiki Protzman, illustrated by Jenny Ling. Stevie is a very skillful squirrel. She's the fastest runner in her class and one of the best spellers at her school. But today, Stevie is not happy. She's been working on a project and can't seem to get anything right. "Oh no," Stevie thought to herself. "This isn't good at all." Stevie could feel her face getting hot. She was worried that someone would look over and see that she was failing at making her project and they wouldn't like her anymore. "I'm so mad," Stevie screamed. "I'm mad at this project, I'm mad at the teacher, and I'm mad at myself." With that, Stevie picked up her project and smashed it on the floor. It broke into pieces, and she began to stomp it with her foot. Just then, Laurel came over to see what was going on. "Stevie, what's the matter?" "I hate this project, and I hate this class." "Oh, Stevie," Laurel said softly, "it sounds like you're frustrated." "Frustrated?" Stevie asked, confused. "Yes, frustrated," Laurel confirmed. Being frustrated is a lot like being mad, but usually it means you're mad because something's not the way you want it to be at the moment. You might think you're mad at your teacher, or yourself, or your project. You might even blame your anger on those scissors or a piece of tape. When you start feeling like you're mad at everything and you just can't take it anymore, that's frustration. But how do I get rid of it? Stevie asked. I never want to feel this way again. Lots of things are frustrating, Stevie. The trick is knowing that frustration is a good thing. A good thing? Stevie was shocked. Yes, frustration is an emotion that lets us know that we're about to learn something. When you're frustrated, it means that something's not the way you want it to be. If you can figure out how you want it to be and then fix it, you'll have learned something that can help you next time. I don't think I understand, cried Stevie. Think about it. When you were learning to ride your bike, what happened? Laurel replied. I would get on my bike, push on the pedals a few times, then fall over, Stevie said. And how did that make you feel? Laurel asked. I was so upset. I cried, and I told my mom that I couldn't do it, Stevie frowned. Then what happened? Laurel prompted. She told me to take a deep breath and try again. Just a couple times later, I got it, Stevie said, beaming. Then how did you feel? Laurel asked. I felt amazing, Stevie squealed. I was so proud of myself. How do you think you would feel now if you'd quit the first time and never learned to ride your bike? Laurel asked. I probably would have felt upset at myself, frustrated, and I would still feel frustrated every time I saw someone else on their bike. Exactly, Laurel exclaimed. Frustration is really just a sign that you're about to learn something amazing. If you give up before you learn that lesson, you're left feeling icky and upset. It sounds like you're also talking about persistence, Jorge added. Persistence is another word for not giving up. If you try to solve a problem enough times, in many different ways, eventually you'll get it. But if I try 8 times before I get it, that means I've failed 7 times, Stevie said. Why do you think failing is a bad thing? Jorge asked. Everyone fails at things before they know how to do them, just like you with your bike or any baby learning to walk. You need to start thinking of the word fail as a way to describe trying to learn. I never thought about it like that, Stevie exclaimed. Just remember, Laurel began, when you feel frustrated, don't give up. Here are some tricks to help you feel better so you can be persistent. Count slowly to 10. Take some deep breaths. Write your worries in a journal. Talk to a partner about your feelings and ask for help. Once you've calmed down, Jorge added, then you can focus on being persistent and figuring out what's going wrong. Here are some tips to help you be persistent. Keep track of what you've already tried. Figure out what is happening. Understand what is supposed to happen. Look at what that tells you. Make a change and try again. Thanks, you two, Stevie shouted. I'm not feeling frustrated anymore. I figured out what went wrong with my project last time. Now I'm ready to be persistent and make it better. With a new attitude, Stevie finished her project and spent the rest of the class testing it out with her friends. The end.
Today, we're going to learn about pair programming. In pair programming, you work as a team.
Why should 2 people use one computer?
Why should 2 people use one computer?
Because 2 heads are better than one.
We work together in an interesting kind of way.
Because we're interesting people.
We are are interesting people.
In pair programming, you and your partner are going to sit down together at one computer and you are both going to work on the same project.
Right now, we're working on code monsters. Oh no, a fire monster. We don't have enough time. I'm sorry. We'll get to it later. In pair programming, one person is the driver and the other person is the navigator.
Just like driving a car. Your choice, driver or navigator?
Driver. The driver sits at the computer and is the one using the keyboard, mouse, or touchscreen and controlling the main actions of the computer. I'm setting all the arrows so that they make the character move in the direction he's trying to move.
And the other person is the navigator. The navigator helps the driver by answering the driver's questions and pointing out potential problems or mistakes. Go left, and instead of righty-tighty, go right. Communication is key to a successful pair programming.
No insults. Be respectful. Don't be a bossy navigator because nobody likes a backseat driver.
Here, why can't you do this?
Wait. Hey, stop that. Give it back.
Wait,
That's not nice. Give it back.
Just one thing.
Communication is key to successful pair programming. Did the cat say something after?
You and your partner should always be talking. There's the cat.
The driver can explain what she or he is doing. Do you think it would ruin it to type something extra? And the navigator can help suggest what to do next.
Can you write a program that makes the dog move to the target? The navigator should be thinking about the big picture.
And the driver focuses on the details. Both roles are important.
Want to switch?
Okay.
And the driver now. Be sure to switch roles often.
Okay. Wait a second. Why isn't this working?
You need to attach it up there. Look, there's a hole.
Did you see how my partner helped me figure out the puzzle on fewer tries? She caught my mistake.
Hey, good job.
Pair programming is all about working together
As a team.
Drag the block to the target. Arrange the blocks from the email.
Today, we're going to learn to program using a drag-and-drop language called Blockly. Blockly uses colorful instructions called blocks to build programs that you can use to solve puzzles. Under the hood, you're still creating code. Each puzzle you'll solve with the code is split into 4 main parts. On the left is the play area, where your program will run. In the center, you will see the toolbox area that holds all the blocks that you will need for each puzzle. To the right is your workspace, where you will drag blocks to build your program. Finally, above the workspace, you will see the specific instructions for each puzzle. Don't worry if you accidentally drag out a block that you don't need. If you have an extra block, simply drag it back into the toolbox to put it away. After you hit run, you can always hit the reset button to get your character back to the start so you can try again. All computer scientists, no matter how experienced they are, run into errors that they need to fix. This is where debugging comes in. Debugging is just a word that means finding and fixing errors in a program, and the first step towards fixing errors is to find them. Most puzzles have a step button below the play space that you can use to hunt for problems. If your program doesn't work, press the step button and see what happens. Does the character take action in the right way? If everything looks good with the first block of code, press the step button again. How does everything look? Is it still running right? Keep going through your code line by line until you find the first place where things go wrong. What happened? What was supposed to happen? What does that tell you? In this puzzle, I get to the last line of code and don't reach the goal. What happened? I got to the end of my code without solving the puzzle. What was supposed to happen? I need to go forward one more step. What does that tell me? It tells me I need to drag out one more of these blocks and attach it to the end before I click run. Ta-da! That's how you debug a program. chance to play with a new type of puzzle called the collector. These puzzles are a lot like ones you've already seen, except for a few important changes. In each puzzle, the collector will look for items to grab. When she gets to them, she won't be able to simply run over the items to pick them up. Instead, you will need to use the collect block to grab each pile. Be careful. The number of items that need to be collected to pass a level will change. Sometimes you only need to collect one pile. In other puzzles, you need to collect everything. Make sure you pay attention to the instructions to find out what the rules are before you start.
This is a repeat block. It will let you loop the code inside as many times as you tell it to. To a computer, code that you write like this looks just like code that you write like this. Now, you know how to use a repeat block here and in other puzzles too.
These are your draw blocks. Use the correct one to move the artist where he needs to go to fill in the gray lines. These are jump blocks. When you use these, your artist moves but doesn't draw, so use these to jump to the next gray line.